We use a number, 15 billion years. Tell a story, a simple thing, Big Bang. 15 billion years ago, we started with a plan. We had supply, we had resources, we understood our capability. Since that time, the cosmos has been expanding at an expanding rate. We have overexpanded relative to the amount of light force we have to spread around. As is in Big Bang, as is happening now, we have a scalar function which expands the cosmos outwards. The scalar function being a delegation of responsibility and resource. A bank, a business, you do this, you do that. Everyone performs in a controlled manner. When the expansion becomes chaotic and uncontrollable, when entropy occurs, we resolve towards inflation. But what happens with inflation, the cosmos collapses towards the position of stability, like an electron in orbit. So it goes through this expanding and contracting process until either one or the other wins. If the scalar function wins, the cosmos becomes stable and steps forward with a plan into inflation. If the scalar function loses, the cosmos collapses and Big Bang occurs. All beyond critical mass. Unified field has been invented. What that means is a matter of dialect. We all learn our yeses and nos differently. Every being defines reality as a matter of their own definition and therefore their own dialect. All definitions align, all alignments become reality, or reality becomes the sum of the whole. Unified field. As a whole, our group mind combines in the form of thermodynamics, and that can be controlled and manipulated.
Okay, can you expand on that?
In designing quantum theory, we have the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension defines a surface area smaller than what we can measure with the technology we have at the moment. If we were to define what we're discussing, we're defining a discussion that as yet has no relationship to electricity or magnetism. It is so small that it pervades everything. The breadth that we are, the neutrinos that pass through us. It's everywhere. It's a fluid. So, we talk about all reality becomes the sum of the whole. As a whole group, our group mind combines in the form of thermodynamics, and that can be controlled and manipulated, as I just said. Each progression of thermodynamics is a result of the sum of all totals of previous progressions and the manipulation of forward process. Thoughts and ideas are our substance of discussion. We use subliminal osmosis to seed or feed thoughts.
Okay, can you expand on subliminal osmosis? Oh, sorry, how did you pronounce that?
Subliminal osmosis.
Osmosis.
If we define a metronome as a tipping point sequence, we define a sun perhaps able to do fusion using hydrogen, then helium, lithium, and progression towards the heavier elements. The sun behaves in a metronome manner, left to right, tick-tock, tick-tock. Each of those metronome movements is combined of a sum of the whole of all movements, so that we have a small thinking process. A planet has a kinetic amount. All of these kinetic amounts add up to the whole. As we go tick and tock, we're all able to achieve fusion, the process of hydrogen, helium, and the progression of other substances. Subliminal osmosis, this clock, singular time, cosmic clock, aligns us all so that we are ticking in sync with the process. It's quantum theory at the most microscopic level. The mind of our joined's tipping point is shifting. The sum of thermodynamics is moving faster than most would know. Governments aren't discussing this.
And why aren't they discussing it?
Well, for instance, the NASA had been reporting on the sun with the radiation levels. Some time ago, it's my understanding NASA stopped reporting on the radiation levels because it's not popular stuff. So, it's happening faster than we know. It's like playing a game versus a tick versus top with increasing sensitivity. You sit on the side of a ping pong table match or a tennis match, and you're near the net, up close and you're left, right. Time flows. It's all a part of the singular whole. And it doesn't matter which side you're on, you're a part of the team.